Erev Shabbat Shalom. We're just going to go through a couple of pieces from the Parasha, and I think there's a great lesson there. First of all, if you think about Yaakov Avinu, he became very rich. You see, next week he was able to send gifts. Esav, who had everything, king already, was like, "What's going on? Who's sending all this?" Very shocked to see. This is the same Yaakov Avinu that prayed and he said, "Listen, I don't have anything. I have a stick. I'm crossing with a stick. Hashem, save me. Hashem, help me. Just give me a shirt to wear and give me some bread to eat." And that tzaddik requests. He doesn't request everything in the world. Give me all 10 fingers. I want to swallow them. Just give me what I need. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu sees that this is the type of person that if I give him these riches, he knows how to use them, and Hashem blesses them. So the first thing is, sometimes you're going to feel that way. You're going to feel, now you're entering high schools and all that, you're going to sometimes feel, oh man, this is a little difficult, this is a little hard to do, I feel like I don't know anything, it's all confusing and all that, and at the end of the day, you'll walk out with great riches. That's the first thing I wanted to say. The second thing I wanted to bring up is Yaakov Avinu went out to the real world. He went out to the real world to do business with his father-in-law. He didn't go train in Yale University. He didn't go into the, he didn't get a master's degree in business, MBA. He was in yeshiva. It says that Lavan tried to trick him, Aseret Monim, that's 100 times. The Arizal was giving the shiur, and he said to the Kehillah all of the 100 times how Lavan tried to trick. Each thing Lavan said, this is going to be, hold on please, we're just waiting for that to be fixed. Okay, good. Lavan tricked Yaakov Avinu 100 times. Arizal said, I'm going to say this to the people. He gave a shiur to a shul, and he was explaining all of the times that Lavan tricked Yaakov. The Or HaChaim was saying the shiur, and Arizal was there listening. When the Or HaChaim got up to the 100th time, the Arizal broke out in laughter. It's a Sudah Shlishit. So after Arvit, they all come over to the Arizal, and they say, "Dear Arizal, our Rabbi, what was so funny when the Or HaChaim was talking? You were laughing at the last one. What was so funny? The 100 times you tricked him, you picked a laugh at the last one. What is so funny?" And the Arizal explains, says, "You don't understand what happened. HaKadosh Baruch Hu sent Lavan down. And Lavan was listening. And to each one that the Or HaChaim was explaining, Lavan was making faces. Ah, yeah, I did that. But when you got to the 100th one, Lavan, he started to scream, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean that one. I didn't have in mind to even trick him." And the Arizal said, there's a lesson here. A terrible person, even if he tries, even if he doesn't try, from him is only going to come out terrible things. Here is Lavan who tricked him 99 times. And the 100th time, he didn't even have kavanah to trick Yaakov, but it came out that way. So that was the Arizal teaching us a great lesson. The Peli always writes on that a person creates his atmosphere around him. In what way? A person cannot talk without saying, "I swear," "I promise," or he brings up other things to make his point clear. The guy's a liar. Because if he was saying the truth all the time, people would always listen to him. Because he knows he's a liar himself, he throws words to try to prove that he's saying the truth. And lastly, I'm going to end with the following. Yaakov Avinu, I don't think in his wildest dreams he would have thought how his life ended up the way it ended up. He thought he was going to listen to his mommy, he's going to get a bracha, he's going to continue in yeshiva. He didn't expect he's going to have a large family, and he has to work day and night. And by the time all is said and done, and he wants to just relax, and another problem happens where the son gets sold. I don't know if Yaakov Avinu really understood and thought that's how his life's going to end up. But at the end of the day, everything that happened to Yaakov happened, and each part of the story that happens to him makes us into the nation that we are today. In order for us to turn into a nation, we have to have gone through certain experiences. The Kadosh Baruch Hu did that to us, but He didn't do it in a way that we should be shocked. He did it in a very slow way, that we go through it, and we go through it to become better. We became slaves in Mitzrayim in order to understand how oppressed people feel. We went through an entire ordeal between brothers in order to know how to deal with that. And we're going to be the leaders and the light unto the nation. We have to be able to be empathic like Yaakov was.